Hey guys, back on trail. It's 7 o'clock. We're leaving behind Highway 10, Cabazon, and all those windmills. It is super windy. I hope you can hear me. We're heading back up into these hills. No shade, but there's some water up there. 10 miles, I think. All right, let's get up, going up. Alright guys, I just ran into Goldtech. You've probably seen him on some of the social media, and he keeps the water report updated. Gave me a coffee packet. I gave him one of the bracelets. So Goldtech, why are you out here doing trail magic? What's your motivation?
Well, I go southbound, and first couple years I did this, I noticed there's all these hungry northbound hikers that were coming through, and so I thought it'd be kind of fun to surprise them with some trail magic on the trail. I started up in Oregon doing that. I'm from Portland, so I just had about an extra 25 bags of chips, and then I started doing Southern California. There are a few more of you guys, so now I do about 600 on one of my section hikes. And you know, for me, the views out on the PCT are great, but I think it's a lot about the people out here, understanding the people, what they're about, why they're here, what's their story, and I think that's an important thing. And so it allows me to get a little bit of a piece of their story, and kind of in a very small way give them a little extra help up to Canada. So
yeah,
you know, that's why I do it. It's fun. It's about the people and a gorgeous backdrop of views.
Love it. I agree with you. Well, I just walked into Mesa Wind Farm, and look, they got a little shade and water sitting out for us. I'm just going to grab a quick little liter, and then we got about 7 miles to a river, another place we can stop. A lot of times if they're open during the week, you can go up and say hi at the office, but it looks like they're shut up for the weekend. Anyways, trying not to feel creeped out here. There's a whole covey of quail up here, all crossing the trail trying to get back to each other. I don't know if you can see them. A bunch of baby quail. A lot of desert in front of us. Made it up. Really pretty to see the valley we came from. Up about 2,500 feet. And now we drop back down. I think water in 7 miles. We're good. It looks hot, but it's not bad. There's a breeze. It's gonna be in the 80s. Long way to go though. Way down in this canyon now. I'm glad it's not too hot today. We are entering San Gorgonio Wilderness. Look at this. There's a huge flowing river out here. It's in the middle of the desert. This is the Whitewater River, and it's usually not this full. It's flowing. There's no shade, but there's a nice breeze. I'm gonna sit down, have some lunch, and drink all the water I want. Yeah. Sitting here having lunch. There's a campground about a half-mile up. There's all kinds of families out here. It's Memorial Day weekend. And I think a guy just about fell over. He saw me getting water, asked if I was getting water samples, and I'm like, no, I'm out of water. I don't think he realizes that you can actually drink it once you filter it. You don't have to buy your water, guys. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot to stop overnight. All right, so we're set for the night. Got the tent set up, got dinner in the koozie, made some really nice miso soup. I love miso soup on trail. It's been hot today. Those last few miles to get here just kicked my butt. I've been sitting in the shade. I'm feeling guilty that I'm not up and hiking right now, but I scheduled enough time in the next 3.5 days to make all the miles, make it to Big Bear, take most of the day off in Big Bear, get a shower, and hit the trail the next day. So it's really pretty. I was hoping for a sunset picture. We'll see what comes up. All right, good morning. So we've been walking about 2 hours, left before dark, or before sunup I mean, and sun's coming up behind us. Check that out. I know it's hard to see. That's Mount San Jack back there. So I'm gonna try to do 10 miles before it gets too hot. It's gonna be really hot today, like 95. And the sun's just coming over that edge. I've been walking in the shade all morning. It's been nice. And 10 miles should end us by a pretty good creek. I was gonna do 15, but we might walk 10, take a long break, and night hike another 10. Or evening hike into night another 10. It's supposed to be a pretty good campsite. One at 15 miles, one at 20. Let's see what the day brings. Hope you're having a good day. So we're down in this desert canyon. I don't get it. Where does all this beautiful water come from? I just took a break about a mile back. Looks like we cross over this gorgeous little creek. This is Mission Creek about 5 or 6 times. And my goal is 8 more miles. Oh, guys. We are going up just under 3 miles to where we're going to stop. We got to stop for a late lunch here pretty soon, but we got over 1,000 feet up. All right, guys, we did 16 miles today, 4,500 feet of elevation gain. We're in a camp by a creek. There's lots of water. It was fun, but lots of up, so it was hard and it was hot. And everybody's hiding from the mosquitoes already. It's 7 o'clock. So it was a fun day, hard day. I can't wait to go to bed. I'm not hungry, but we're gonna eat. And maybe we'll see everybody on trail tomorrow. Good morning. We are on the trail hiking. It's 5:30. Wanted to get up earlier, but ended up staying in a pretty crowded camp spot, and I didn't want to wake everybody up. But it was fun. Fun camping around a bunch of people, talking to everybody while they're packing up this morning. I'm going to try to do a little over 15 miles, which is about 5,500 feet of elevation gain. Yeah! In fact, this section has 22,000 feet of elevation gain, section C, which is almost like climbing Everest. So in 134 miles, we go a lot of up. So hopefully we'll make it to Big Bear in 2 days and take a day off.
Yeah, so I'm coming through from Scissor Creeks to Warner Springs. I was only like 10 miles out, and I get to this ridge, and somebody in Rebar had written Unstoppable I read Unstoppable Zod and was just super excited about it.
Yeah.
So Nick and Vanessa get there, and I'm like, did you guys see this? This guy Unstoppable Zod, what a good trail name. This guy's awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, Unstoppable 2017.
I love it. Do you have a trail name yet?
I don't. I'm still kind of thinking of one, or at
Yeah.
least I don't know. Ask
You know
around and
what?
find
Wait, it took me like
Little
300
steps.
miles to get
one. I
mine.
don't know if I like that one though.
Don't.
No, Little
Yeah.
Steps isn't.
I
You
want
need
like
something.
a real badass one, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're up always before sunup.
And who are you?
Joe Bear.
Joe Bear. And oops, I called you Slow Bear yesterday. Sorry.
I feel like a slow bear right now.
Joe Bear is a good name. So you guys remember him? I ate lunch with him yesterday. Oh, I don't think I videoed eating lunch with him. I was so tired yesterday. I barely did any videos. We got almost 2 miles to the next place we're going to stop for water, and almost 1,000 feet up. And thank God I'm not the only one that's dying on the way up. I thought it was just me. Well, we're walking through a big burn area. Still amazed how much water is out here. We got water in less than 2 miles, but then we got 10 miles. But this would have been so pretty and shady if it hadn't burnt. Such a shame. This is the first year they're letting hikers through this area again. I think it's been closed for 2.5, maybe 3 years. And trail's been kind of tough. Everybody's got lost a time or two, and we're all trying to watch out for each other when you get to the areas where the trail disappears. Lots of swampy areas down low, which is crazy. We're in the middle of the desert, but there's some kind of crazy water source up here that flows down through the canyon, and it's keeping the trail exciting. All right, see you later. I love all the lupine we get to walk through. Apparently something grows well where fires wiped out the forest. I think you can see some hikers up there, and still more lupine. Very cool. All right, so we made it to Coon Creek cabins. Very pretty. There's a nice bathroom and trash cans. We can empty all of our trash. Didn't make it as far as I wanted today. Water is in about 4 miles, but my knees are really hurting. And when I stopped in here, there's actually a road that comes up here, and some people that drove in to check it out gave me like 3 liters of water. So we're gonna stay here. I'm not gonna stay in here because they're kind of creepy. It's awesome that they're not burnt down, but just this neat old abandoned cabin. There's 2 other smaller ones out back, and you know, just in case some weirdos drive up here, we're not gonna camp right in here. I actually thought it would be really fun to camp under that big tree stick.
Come here, Ranger.
All right, guys, so you know, I said I was staying at Coon Creek, but I decided it was too creepy, and I'm hiking down and I met some dogs. This is Ranger and Namu and Ridge. So it was fun. I got to see some dogs. Made my day. Now we got to go find a place. Right, so I know it's dark. It is almost 8 o'clock. Just got the tent set up, made dinner. I think my rehydrated spaghetti is going to be my favorite trail meal. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I think everything's good out here once you get hungry. Anyways, we made it quite a few more miles than I originally planned, just because I didn't like where I was staying, and I got a second wind and the sun was going down and it was beautiful and golden walking through the forest. and I'm hoping I can catch it for you. But we're actually less than half a mile from a zoo, which is really like where they keep a bunch of animals they use in Hollywood. And I keep hearing a giant grizzly bear and probably lions and tigers, I'm guessing. I don't know. But if they get out of their cages, bye. It was nice knowing you. Otherwise, see you on trail in the morning. Good morning. So, what day is it? It is Tuesday, day after Memorial Day. Slept pretty good. It was really cold, but my bag is so warm. And had this neat little spot back here. The crazy thing though was being so close to this zoo, less than half a mile away, I literally heard lions roaring and bears doing whatever noise bears make, loud and scary. If I heard that out in like wilderness, or I didn't know there was a zoo over there, I would have been freaking out. Anyways, we're close to water. There's a water spigot on a road somewhere down here. And then I think it's only 6 miles to our next water. We are going to make 16 miles in, and we have a hotel room in Big Bear. I think it has a bathtub. So I actually spent the time to brush my hair this morning. And I probably should not brush my hair for 3 days because it took me 15 minutes. For my horse friends, just think about that horse that hasn't had his tail brushed out for a long time. That was me. Anyways, it's pretty chilly. I gotta get out my map and check the water report to find out exactly how to find this water spigot. I heard it's hard to find. And then today, not too hard of a day. I think there's actually more downhill than uphill. Still enough uphill to make it, you know, heart pumping, but it's gonna be great. And now we get to eat our squished honey bun. That was regular size, now it's backpacker size. There's the grizzly bear, guys. Hopefully it's the only one I ever see. Check it out. It is trail magic. It even says so. There's a couch, an end table, nice little stop. Let's see if there's anything in here to eat or drink. I would love a soda. And it's perfect time for second breakfast. Let's have a seat on the couch. Well, there is no magic left. I mean, magic of the trail, I'm sure. This is put up here by Big Bear Hostel. Kind of give you information of what's out here. And yeah, if I needed some band-aids, that'd be awesome. Let's sign the register at least. Yes, I'm sitting on a sofa in the middle of the woods, and it is fabulous. I am not going to take my pack off, or I might stay here too long. And we got a lot of miles to go today, but wow, even though there was no magic for me in the dumpster, I think sitting on the sofa for second breakfast break is even better than a soda. Howdy! So, about 10 miles left to go today. That water back there, did you see that? That was awesome. It was so cold. I drank way more than I needed to, and now I'm feeling a little waterlogged, which kind of sucks. It means I'm gonna have to stop and pee like, I don't know, 20 times. Hopefully not that many, I'm kidding. But we got quite a ways to go still. It's afternoon, and it'll probably be closer to 7 before we get to the road and get a ride into Big Bear. But we got a hotel lined up, and I think If I look at the maps, most of the day is going to be somewhat shady and no more water really to speak of, but we have a little over 2 liters for 10 miles. Not too much up, like 1,000 feet of up left for the day and maybe 2,000 feet of down. So it's been fun. I keep running into Noodles and Longskirt. Had a little lunch break back there with them, and hopefully we'll get to see them in town tomorrow. And then they're heading north and coming, they're gonna get a ride north and then come southbound for the rest of this section, just because there's some really long water carries at the beginning, which would mean lots of food and lots of water. If you can put the long water carries at the end of your stretch, it means not much food and lots of water. And food and water weigh a lot, especially when you put them together. Anyways, this is a gorgeous day. It smells like pine trees. It's a little rocky out here. We're heading up for one of the first climbs of the rest of the day. Whoa. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to video this. And I should have my poles down. It's a little hairy. There you go. We made it, guys. Right, so been sitting here, had like a half-hour lunch break. Didn't realize how crooked my hat was. And 4.5 miles to go to the road. Then we'll get a ride into Big Bear. I am dreaming of cheeseburgers. There's a McDonald's on the way to my hotel, and I have changed my order in my head about 20 times. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Do I want a Big Mac or a McChicken or a salad and a cheeseburger or all of them and an apple pie and a chocolate shake? Hiker hunger has finally hit. Cheese crackers and Slim Jims and a piece of cheese didn't cut it for lunch. I'm hungry. So, see you later. Hello, giant mansion right off the trail. If we go knock on their door, they'll let us swim in their swimming pool. All right, so we got less than half a mile, all down a nice easy grade downhill. You know what? I knocked out a lot of miles today and I feel pretty good. And I'm serious this time. I'm not just like, oh, I feel fine, but I'm really exhausted. I feel good. Met a lot of fun people today, and the trail's been beautiful. Evenly up and down. The rocks weren't that much fun, but these new shoes, I'm telling you, I think they're doing the trick. My feet feel pretty good. Yes, we get a day off tomorrow. We're gonna go get breakfast. We're gonna do our laundry, because let me tell you, I stink. Whew. Before I try to get a ride to town, I might change into my merino that I sleep in, because it's probably the cleanest, least smelly thing that I have with me. I am officially out of water, but you know what? It's not too long till we get some. And I just finished, so half a mile before town, not a bad place to run out of water. Drank more than I thought I would. It got kind of warm. We ended up in the desert section. All right, I will quit rambling on, and let's see how much fun catching a ride to town is at 7 o'clock at night. Oh well, at least it's not dark. Vintage Lakeside Inn. There's actually some water left. Massages for PTC hikers. PCT, sorry, I'm tired. Any? Nope, it's empty. But we could filter water out of there if we needed to. That's okay, I got you. So it's Trevor, Sunny, and Centauri. I love it. So this is my fabulous family that picked me up from the side of the road and video. And they were posing for a picture, but they're a great family. So they saved my butt. It was getting dark, and hopefully we'll see them on the video.
Good luck on your trip.
Bye.
Hi, Grizzly Manor Cafe. Have fun hiking. Be safe.
This is the best place to come. Rock and roll, awesome ambience, and great.